EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First carry for Najee Harris. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Steelers at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Tua going to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a... on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Tua's throw complete there to Smith. He's got room to roam. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Smith Jr. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the
stride. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
A gain there of 21 yards.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with it. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
A strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
York able to sing this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I had no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Off a play action. Tagovailoa. He's got Smith here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Two and out, running right on the option.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's brought in by Harris.
And he will have the Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Tua going to hold on to it.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
On for the field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Play action. It's Fields.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 38. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Called on a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Fields.
He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Danny Gray.
69 yards.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Let's make some noise.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff as they run left side. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Steelers 13.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. With this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A loss of 2 yards.
Play action, now it's Tua. And this pass broken out. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Fields. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An interception's the result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On play action, here's Tua. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now they're in the hurry-up. Harris, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
Right there, baby.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Again, it's Harris. And this time, he is in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and a yard.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, Fields.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down.
Little short pass here to Hill. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
4th down, Fields has to have this one. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields.
Able to find Gray here. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Fields. That's complete left side to Gray.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And that will make this a 4-point game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This is 1st and 10. Here's Tua.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Tua going to try and go quickly here. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to take this one out to the 35-yard line.
And then you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing to him. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Take it to him.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Tua. He's got Mooney. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Steelers 20. Cade York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
32 Stinger. 20 TX.
Tua.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner.